There is one innocent F word that turns a woman on and makes her start to chase you. Do you know what it is? Nope, it's not that vulgar F word you might be thinking about. As men, it sounds totally innocent to us, but when you slip it into a conversation with any girl you want, you're going to at least triple the chances of her chasing you. She'll be 3 times as likely to start hitting on you out of nowhere, 3 times as likely to ask for your number, and 3 times as likely to make the first move on you and even sleep with you that same night. So, do you know what this innocent F word is? I'll give you a hint. Attractive women love to say this F word to get men wrapped around their finger, and they do it to you all the time. In just a moment, I'll tell you what this innocent F word is. And if you've ever had a woman pull away from you or even ghost you when you thought she was interested at first, then you know how frustrating and defeating it feels to get jerked around like that. And I'm sure you'd love to know what you're doing wrong, but you can never find out what you're doing wrong because she never gets back to you. Maybe you've tried asking women more questions and taking the lead, or working on your game and trying to improve your confidence, only to go through the same old cycle of getting your hopes up and then pulling out your hair in frustration when she sends you one-word texts, loses interest, and disappears. And maybe you've noticed yourself deleting and re-downloading the same 2 or 3 dating apps every week, or eating dinner alone more often than you'd like, watching beautiful women pass you by on the street without so much as a second glance, and losing faith you'll ever meet someone. Whatever the case may be, don't give up just yet. There is one specific reason you're going through this. It's got nothing to do with confidence, game, or conversation skills, and it's the reason everything you've tried so far has failed, until now. See, in the past year, I had a major breakthrough in my dating and sex life that allowed me to flip the script on this broken, sad way of dating and make astonishingly attractive women fall all over themselves to impress me, turn me on, and chase me for a date like I was a famous celebrity, even though I'm 5'7", painfully shy, and completely average looking. And I've put together this special presentation to finally share it with any guy who's tired of putting himself out there and getting ghosted and ignored, and wants to finally experience what it feels like when girls chase you for a change. My name is Andrew Ryan. I'm an Amazon best-selling author, body language expert, and dating consultant for over 100,000 men around the world. And in this video, I'm going to show you a simple scientific secret that can turn a woman on and make her chase you and even obsess over you while thinking it's 100% her idea. So instead of fizzling out and losing her after a few messages or a few days, now she's texting you nonstop and asking if you're free for a date tonight, or if she can come over and watch a movie in bed with you. And instead of boring, logical conversations that go nowhere but the friend zone, now she's hitting on you, touching you, and making it painfully obvious she wants to sleep with you. In fact, when you follow my instructions to the letter, many girls will even make a move on you first, all thanks to this scientific secret I'm revealing in the next 10 minutes, which thousands of men around the world are calling the Bachelor effect, because of how fast it gets women competing for a chance to date you and sleep with you, just like on the TV show The Bachelor. Now, before we go any further, I do want to be very upfront with you. This is not a rehash of anything you've heard before, and it's not about being a good listener or using corny lines. You're about to discover the real psychology of sexual attraction that no one's ever told you before, and how to use it in normal, everyday conversation to have that girl you've been thinking about start to think about you. And you shouldn't be shocked when she starts texting you nonstop, making it crystal clear how she feels about you, and making a genuine effort to talk to you, get to know you, and get you into bed. I would have paid $1 million to know this secret a few years ago. Before I knew this, I was sexually invisible to women. My tall and handsome friends always used to tell me, "Bro, it's easy, just make eye contact and say hi." Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to make eye contact when women don't even notice you exist. Whenever I talked to a pretty girl, it always felt like she wanted to leave. Some girls were polite, but clearly only saw me as a friend. Others acted bitchy as soon as I said hi, and I would have done anything to make just one of those girls see me as a guy they wanted to sleep with instead of a friend they felt sorry for or a creep they wanted to get away from. But what was I supposed to do, act like a jerk? I was raised to respect women and never make them feel uncomfortable. Well, sadly, I didn't actually learn how to make women feel anything at all. And so, while other guys were going on dates, getting laid, and falling in love, I was staying home and burying my head in work, video games, Netflix, beer, weed, Pornhub, anything to distract myself from the aching black hole of loneliness in my chest growing bigger and bigger every day. Then I met Paige. She was gorgeous and kind, and she didn't play games. After our first date, she texted me, "I can't wait to see you again," and I fell asleep grinning from ear to ear with my phone on the pillow next to me. For about a week, she texted me 20 times a day, and every time I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket, I would smile just a little bit wider and let my guard down a little bit more because it felt so good to have a girl actually make an effort like that, to have her treat me like a priority instead of just an option, you know what I mean? I honestly thought she was different. But then the same old thing happened again, and "I can't wait to see you" turned into "maybe next week," and suddenly I was the only one making an effort anymore. And I felt like a creep for texting her 2 or 3 times in a row and getting no response. The last text I sent her was just 5 words. "When can I see you?" She never replied, and she didn't have to, because I saw her Facebook post and the picture with her arms wrapped around some other guy, and I knew I wouldn't be seeing her ever again. That night, I took a long, hard look at myself in the mirror. Why did this always happen to me? What was I missing? Why was I always chasing women, and why were they always running away from me? And the more I thought about that, the more I got angry. Not angry at women. I could never be that guy. Angry at myself. Where was my self-respect? Whatever happened to the guy I was at 25? The hopeful, adventurous guy who faced every challenge with a grin? Whatever happened to my balls? Laying in bed that night, alone again, just like always, I knew it was time for me to make a choice. I could choose to be bitter, or I could choose to be better. Better than mindlessly swiping through dating apps and staring at beautiful girls I could never have. Better than eating dinner alone and zoning out to Netflix every night as the weeks, months, and years slowly slipped away from me. Better than chasing after women, doing all the work, giving all my power away. Enough was enough. I didn't know how, but I was going to flip the script on this broken, sad way of dating and do whatever it took to get girls chasing me for a change. So I bought some new clothes. I joined a gym. I read No More Mr. Nice Guy and The Game. In fact, I read every men's magazine and watched every YouTube video I could find. I even tried the 5 love languages and asked the universe to magically manifest a girl into my life, and still, nothing worked. Then one night, when I was least expecting it, the answer came walking right up to me in the form of 3 smoking hot college girls in tank tops and booty shorts. "You're cute," said the blonde. "Can my friends have a turn with you too?" I grinned. Could it really be this easy? I stood there by the bar as 3 of the hottest girls I've ever seen fought for my attention, rubbed their hands all over me, and did everything in their power to impress me, turn me on, and practically force me to take their phone numbers, and they loved every second of it. Here's what happened. I was out drinking with my friends and wearing a plain white t-shirt, and after about 6 beers, my friends thought it would be funny to get a marker and start drawing all over it. You know, typical guy stuff, penises and boobs and "I love cock." Well, soon enough, a random drunk girl came over and wrote something on my shirt too. And you know what she wrote? Her name and phone number. She was pretty drunk, so I didn't take it too seriously, but a few minutes later, I felt a tap on my shoulder. It was a different girl, a cute brunette I noticed earlier in the night. She wanted to write her name and number on me too. Then 3 gorgeous college girls came over. "You're cute," said the blonde. "Can we have a turn too?" I stood there smiling like a kid in a candy shop while these smoking hot girls put their hands all over me and eagerly wrote down their names and numbers. Now, you might think this was nothing but a silly gimmick, and I thought so too, but here's where it gets really interesting. Every one of these girls stuck around to chat with me for hours, and all I did was stand there making normal conversation. You know, what do you do for work type of stuff. The kind of conversation that everyone says is boring and unattractive, and yet they loved me. They flirted with me, they laughed at my corny jokes, they asked me tons of questions and genuinely tried to get to know me. They even interrupted each other to grab my attention, competing with their best friends just to look a little more attractive in my eyes, like I was a prize they were trying to win, even though I wasn't doing anything, just standing there and being myself. Are you starting to see the real reason these girls liked me so much? I remember when it finally clicked for me. It was like a veil had been lifted from my eyes and I could finally see the code behind the matrix. These women didn't care that I wasn't 6 feet tall, alpha, or making them laugh, and they didn't care about any of the other guys trying to hit on them either. They only cared about one thing. Other girls seemed to like me, so they liked me too. Instantly, automatically, without even thinking about it. It was never really about me at all. It was about the female competition for me. I went home that night with one burning question on my mind. How can I make this happen again? How can I make girls chase me instantly and automatically anytime I wanted? I already knew about social proof, how women care a lot about other women's opinions, and people always used to tell me that women want what they can't have, but how could this help me, a normal, average guy with no prospects? I was worried this might be another dead end, but then I found an article from famous neuroscientist John Maynor revealing that jealousy is a powerful aphrodisiac proven to elevate female sex hormones. He went on to reveal that what I witnessed in the bar that night was no fluke. It's a proven scientific fact. 97% of women are turned on by jealousy and female competition. It's a biological instinct programmed by millions of years of evolution. When you make her jealous, her brain practically forces her to chase you. Pretty crazy, right? Now, I know that might sound kind of far-fetched, but guess what? You've actually seen this before, all the time. You just didn't know what you were looking at. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how women always treat you better when you're with other women? You could be invisible by yourself, but the moment you get a girlfriend, a wife, or even a female friend or a coworker, other girls instantly notice you and like you more, and there's a scientific reason why that happens. See, women love sex just as much as men do, but they also need to avoid sleeping with the wrong man, so the female brain evolved this weird mental shortcut to always chase the men that other women were chasing. That way, there was less risk that she would choose the wrong man because other women already decided he was a good mate, and she could just copy the same mate choice. Neuroscientists call this mate choice copying, but I like to call it the Bachelor effect because it explains why women love dating competition shows like The Bachelor. You know, where 20 women all compete for one man. Did you know there's a multi-million-dollar formula behind that show? A formula that taps into the natural female desire for competition and jealousy. It's no wonder it's had 24 seasons and 5.1 million women watch it every week. They just keep running the same winning formula with the same proven psychology I just told you about, and women can't help but go crazy for it every single time. Well, once I realized that, I started watching every episode of that show and taking notes. I wanted to see if I could decode this formula and apply it to my dating life, and the more I watched, the more I could see the patterns. The guys on these shows would always say the same things at the same stages in conversation, and when they did, the woman's eyes would get wide and she would start desperately trying to sleep with the guy every single time. I took pages of notes and wrote down dozens of examples. Then I dove into the psychology behind these shows to discover why women are so hooked on female competition and how I could create the same effect in normal everyday conversation. A week passed, then 2. By the end of that month, I had a list of techniques as long as my arm, only the simplest behaviors, words, or questions I could use in my conversations with a woman to trigger the Bachelor effect, make her chase me, and keep her chasing me, from hello all the way to the bedroom. I felt kind of corny at first, but what did I have to lose? If this psychology could drive millions of women crazy, the least it could do is get a girl to text me back. Maybe a girl like Paige. So that's what I used it for. I texted her a simple 3-word question I learned from my research, and wouldn't you know it, she texted back right away, apologized for never getting back to me, and agreed to meet me for a date. Then we met for drinks, and I started feeling super shy, and I could see her getting bored, looking at her phone, and losing interest in me, so I went to the bathroom and I looked at my notes. Then I came back, sat down, and casually dropped this innocent 7-word phrase, the girlfriend phrase I learned. My pulse raced for a moment, but I knew it worked when she put her phone away, her eyes got wide, and she stared at me like a groupie stares at her favorite rock star. It was like a switch had been flipped, and all of a sudden, she was the one acting shy. She was the one trying to impress me, asking me questions about myself, trying to make me laugh, inching closer and closer so she could touch me. From that point on, it was like I could do nothing wrong. I kept nudging the conversation along with a few tiny tricks and techniques I'd created, and she kept moving closer and closer, rubbing her hands on my leg, rocking her hips against mine. She bit her lip and stared down at my crotch, and my heart started pounding, terrified I might say something awkward. And then she made the move on me. She leaned in and suddenly her lips were on mine, her tongue was sliding into my mouth, then she was pulling me into a cab with a naughty grin on her face. And it only took 30 seconds inside her apartment before she was undoing my belt buckle and I was sliding her panties to the floor. That night she gave herself to me completely, begging me to choke her, grinning while I spanked her, moaning as I pulled her hair and lovingly pushed her face into the pillow, screaming my name and calling me daddy as I took her and ravished her over and over again. The next morning, after a couple more rounds in bed and some much-needed coffee, she confessed to me, "I hope you don't think I'm a slut. I never do this, but I'm so glad it happened with you. Well, that's something I would soon be hearing from women all the time because the bachelor effect was real and it kept working over and over again. See, after I slept with Paige, I realized how insecure and clingy I had been in the past, and I decided to stay single and date lots of other women until I knew that I had erased every last bit of neediness from my behavior. And you know what? The more I acted like I had an abundance of women in my life, the more it actually started to happen. It really is true. When women think there's competition for you, they will chase you. For the next 6 months, I went on a rampage that would have made Hugh Hefner jealous, perfecting my methods and sleeping with over 42 incredible women. I guess you could say I was making up for lost time. But even better, the bachelor effect started working for other guys too. See, at first I had no plans to share the secret with anyone else, but then I had lunch with my friend Chris, and he told me about a girl who suddenly stopped texting him back out of nowhere. So I wrote up a short cheat sheet with some of my best techniques, and I gave it to him. 3 days later, he texted me this. A week ago, she wouldn't return my texts. Now she's sending me sexy pics of her in the shower and asking when I'm going to come and join her. Thank you. And it would have ended there, but then Chris passed the cheat sheet along to a coworker of his named Brian. Brian had it even worse. His ex had dumped him over a year ago, and he hadn't been laid since. That same week, he went out to a strip club and had this beautiful Asian dancer practically forcing her number into his phone and begging to go home with him. And then I guess the word got out. And the secret got shared around our circle of friends. And again they raved about the bachelor effect, how it was like flipping a switch in a woman's mind from turned off to turned on, how conversations just opened up once they learned these simple techniques. I think Matt said it best. I thought the girls chasing guys thing was a myth. Wow, girls will chase you if they like you. I have never gotten those types of texts before. A bunch of, what are you doing tonight? Kiss emojis. Wow, you're really cute. One girl even tried to kiss me first. Dude, there's a whole other world being lived out here. Yes, there is a whole other world being lived out here, and I started to feel a sense of duty to help other guys who were struggling just like I was. So we spent months taking all of my research and experience and turning it into one simple, easy to follow manual. A manual we ended up calling Make Girls Chase You because, well, that's what it's done again and again. Helped regular, ordinary guys who don't have the time or desire to be pickup artists to get beautiful women chasing them in a shockingly short amount of time, which brings us to now, and brings us to you experiencing these mind-blowing results for yourself. Make Girls Chase You is the result of over a year of non-stop, hands-on research, field testing, and hard work. Hard work I already did for you. And before I could share my weird but ethical secrets for getting hot girls chasing you, I knew the manual would have to accomplish 3 things. First, it had to tell you the truth about dating and sex that's been hidden from you by the media, your parents, your peers, anyone who ever lied to you, intentionally or not, about what women really want. Second, it had to be easy, as done for you as possible, so you never have to feel anxious about what to say, what the next step is, or if you're doing it right. And third, it had to work fast, so any guy could take this material and use it right away to achieve the same stunning results you've seen here today in just 5 to 10 minutes of talking to a girl, even if it's been years since you got laid and you've got zero confidence right now. Like I said, I set the bar pretty high for this, and after months and months of work, I'm finally ready to release my Make Girls Chase You program to a small number of men. So, if you're watching this video, it means you're part of the test. It means you have a chance to learn the exact words, phrases, and questions that will make her chase you and to finally take back the power and control in your dating life for good. But only if you promise me right now to erase every bit of crap you ever learned from pickup artists, men's magazines, and romantic movies, to listen with an open mind and actually try what you learn, and to use this power for good, to make women incredibly happy and grateful they met you, and to always leave girls better than you found them. If you can agree to that, then the next 5 minutes will be the most eye-opening, transformational experience of your entire life. But if you can't agree to my terms, well, thank you for watching, but this is the end of the road for you. Please close this page so the next guy in line can have your spot. Still here? All right, then let me show you exactly what you're getting. First, you'll discover 7 innocent words that make girls chase you. I call this the girlfriend phrase because it taps into a woman's natural desire for a committed romantic relationship and links that desire to you. Guys rave about this. It's actually the #1 reason they join the program, and that's before I give you the master list of 10 techniques that trigger the bachelor effect, using the shocking psychology of jealousy and female competition. This is why women always chase the guys they think other women want, and now they're going to be chasing you. Next, you'll discover the 5-word question you should never ask a woman if you want her to sleep with you, become your girlfriend, or see you as anything more than just a friend. Now, I did tell you this question in my story earlier, but I didn't tell you why it turns girls off so quickly and why it's so important you never ask her this, especially in the first few days of talking to her. Next, you'll get the magic F word that makes a girl 3 times more likely to chase you. Just drop this in conversation with a girl you're interested in and watch how quickly she starts flirting with you and trying to turn you on. Tired of asking question after question and feeling like you're doing all the work? Ask her the qualifying question to get her to open up and actually invest in the conversation with you. It's crazy to me that more guys don't know about this. The difference is night and day. It's also crazy guys don't know about the truth about age gaps. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or even 60s, you might like to know that 1 out of 3 women aged 21 to 35 secretly fantasize about sleeping with a man your age. Plus, I'll show you how to spot one of these girls and make it easy for her to get close to you. Do women really want guys with money? Not exactly. You'll discover how your financial status relates to confidence and sexual attraction, and how any guy can create raw, primal sexual attraction that goes far deeper inside of her than money, height, age, or any other material concern you might be worried about. Next, I'll teach you the attraction test. This simple and innocent eye contact trick lets you know if a girl really likes you or if she's just playing games, so you'll be able to read her eyes while you're talking to her and know exactly where you stand with her. Avoid girls who do this. It's a trap. Even if she seems innocent, even if you think she's into you, even if you think you have a shot, if she's doing this, I guarantee you she's only going to waste your time and use you for attention, validation, and free dinners and drinks. Nonverbal pickup lines. Did you know that sexual attraction is 80% nonverbal? I'll show you a powerful body language technique that gets a woman to notice you right away, even if you're in a crowd, and be at least 4 times more receptive to you. Some women will even walk up and start talking to you first. You're also going to get a checklist called the 40 Attraction Killers. These are the most common everyday behaviors that make you look needy and unattractive, even if you thought you were playing it cool. And all you have to do is find your 1 to 2 biggest mistakes on this list, cross them off, and you'll change the way women see you forever. Next, you'll finally discover the truth about the friend zone, what just friends really means, and how to subtly start to change a woman's opinion of you. And what girls really want from you. This is something she could never tell you because she's been taught her whole life that what she wants is wrong, and you'll judge her if you learn the truth. And this one is perfect for the guys who lack confidence. One simple daily ritual to conquer the fear of rejection, obliterate neediness, and create unbelievable self-confidence. Women will notice you more, guys will see you as a leader, and you will love the guy you see in the mirror every day. And that's just a tiny taste of the game-changing techniques, truths about women, and incredible results you'll get almost automatically on your way to becoming the most attractive and sexually confident version of yourself, without ever being fake, people-pleasing, or pretending to be someone you're not. Okay, can you feel that? Your heart beating? The dryness in your mouth? The incredible desire to know this? To be able to do this? To have this power? To have control with women in a way you never have before? Let me ask you, how much is it worth to you to never have to feel rejection again for the rest of your life? How much is it worth to be able to relax and be yourself around a woman without fear that she's going to lose interest and swipe you out of existence tomorrow? How much is it worth to wake up next to a beautiful girl who likes you for you every morning if you like? How much is it worth to have her pick up the damn phone and actually text you back at a reasonable time because you are her number one priority? I want you to really think about that for a second. Really let yourself feel what it would be like, and then ask yourself, what do you think would be a fair price to make girls chase you anytime you want? Hundreds? Thousands? Honestly, can you even put a price on it? If you're being honest with yourself, I think you'd agree that $197 or more would be totally fair to finally be chased and desired by the women you've always wanted. Hell, I bet you'd call it cheap to never have to feel rejected or ignored again for the rest of your life. I mean, $197 is a lot of money, but considering how this will change your life forever and finally get girls uncontrollably chasing you and making a dead serious, almost desperate effort to be with you, well, when you look at it that way, it seems pretty cheap, doesn't it? But listen, after spending 34 years of my life as a nice guy, after always being the one who gives and gives to others, I know it can sometimes feel impossible to be selfish and give yourself what you so desperately need. Even when you want it so badly, even when you know it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal that you'll never see again, which is why I'm going to do something kind of risky here. Not a risk to you, but a risk to me. See, I've made it my mission in life to serve my fellow man. I never wanted to be some famous guru or expert. I just wanted the same thing that every guy wants and deserves, a choice. I wanted to know that finally, once and for all, I had the power to choose the beautiful, sexy, good-hearted women who came into my life and keep the toxic, manipulative, ugly ones out for good. Imagine if you could choose any girl you wanted and make her start chasing you. What would you do? Would you sleep with 7 different girls a week? Or would you find that one special girl and make her your girlfriend? Maybe even a girl you're thinking about right now. Either way, I believe that choice should be yours. And if I have to take a hit to my wallet to help you get there, well, that's a price I'm extremely happy to pay. So here's what I'm going to do. We've already agreed that Make Girls Chase You is worth at least $197, but because you watched this video and given me some of your precious time, I'm not going to ask you to invest $197. I'm not even going to ask you to pay $97, even though I know you'll agree that would be a steal. No, for you and for now, I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. For as long as this page is up and not a moment longer, I'm going to set your price for Make Girls Chase You at just one single payment of $77. And if you act right now, I'll take money out of my own pocket and give you a whopping 60% off, which means if you simply click the button below right now, you'll get the complete Make Girls Chase You program for the severely discounted price of just $37. That's the good news. The bad news is that in order to lock in your discount, you have to act right now. Why? Well, I'm actually in a bit of a fight with a few of my friends, the guys you heard about earlier who got insane results from using my methods. After experiencing this power for themselves and seeing firsthand how easy it is to get beautiful women almost dangerously obsessed with you, they tell me that I'm being a beta by setting the price so low, that this discount is just way too cheap, and that even though the program is tested and proven and powerful, nobody's going to believe that you can get Rolex results at dollar store prices, and that to fulfill my mission to help as many struggling guys as possible, I may need to double or even triple the price. If you're still seeing this video, that means we're still testing to find out if we can make the numbers work with your incredible discount. But please, if you come back a few hours from now or tomorrow and the price is higher, maybe much higher, please don't write me begging. If you pass up your one chance to lock in your discount now, there's simply nothing I can do for you. Oh, and just to take away every excuse your brain can come up with not to do this for yourself, I'm going to back everything I just said with a frankly incredible 60-day money-back guarantee. Here's how that works. Just get Make Girls Chase You right now and use the material. Try it. See for yourself how easy it is to get girls chasing you. And if you don't think it was worth at least double what you're paying today, just contact my customer service at support@makegirlschaseyou.com anytime in the next 60 days, and you'll get every dime back as fast as we can. Why am I being so generous? That's a very good question, and I've got 2 answers for you. The first is kind of selfish. After putting so much time and effort into creating this program and seeing how it changed my life forever, I want to see it succeed with as many men as possible. The second answer is maybe a little sappy, I guess. It's because I want this for you. I want you to experience what it feels like to wake up next to a beautiful girl and know that she's yours for as long as you want. To feel like yourself around a woman and not have to worry you're going to do something wrong and lose her. To actually get excited about dating again. And if I have to put myself out there a bit to help you, well, I'm more than happy to do that. And all you have to do is click the button below right now. Okay, if you're still not convinced, if there's still a little voice in the back of your head that isn't quite sure, let me do one more thing to make this the easiest choice of your life. And to make sure that you don't let fear of regret keep you from taking advantage of this special offer. Because I've made it my mission to serve my fellow man, and because I was always raised to over-deliver, I have 3 special bonus gifts to give you today, just for saying maybe to Make Girls Chase You. Bonus number 1 is called Passing Women's Tests. Now, most guys don't know this, but the hottest women always test you before they sleep with you. Specifically, there are 3 secret tests women always use, especially those really hot 9s and 10s that I know you want the most. And in this special bonus gift, I am arming you to the teeth with dozens of the best comebacks for all of her cute little tests, insults, and put-downs. Bonus number 2 is called How to Date Multiple Women. Because see, once you have one girl chasing you, more will follow. And this guide, I'm going to show you how to date as many girls as you want, or have as many as you have time for, and how to do it honestly and ethically without having to lie, cheat, or be a player. This is also the easiest and fastest way to your first threesome, because life is short, and I think every guy should experience 2 girls at the same time at least once before you die. Now, your third bonus is something a bit shocking. In fact, I can't give this to everyone, but if you act right now, you'll also get bonus number 3, Text Message Crack for Women. This is my private collection of done-for-you text messages tested and proven to get her hot and heavy for you. What's amazing about these texts is they start turning her on before you even have your first date and cut the time it takes to get her naked, sweaty, and screaming your name by days or even weeks. Now, I have to warn you, this bonus contains extremely explicit screenshots of text pulled directly from my iPhone, and you literally cannot fail when you see exactly what to say spelled out for you word for word. So let's add this all up, just so you can see for yourself what a great deal you're actually getting. With your special discount, you'll get the complete Make Girls Chase You program for just $37. Now, we already agreed that Make Girls Chase You is worth at least $197 all by itself, and honestly, it's worth a lot more than that, so that's already a pretty great deal. But then, at no additional charge, you're also getting Passing Women's Tests, Dating Multiple Women, and Text Message Crack, and each of those should probably sell for $97 or more all by themselves. If you were checking out at the supermarket, that would all add up to $488, but using your special discount, you'll get everything for just $37. I don't know about you, but if I was at the store, swiped my membership card, and saw my bill for almost $500 worth of stuff plummet to $37, I feel like I'd won the lottery, or like there was some mistake. But no matter what, I would rush to claim my discount before anyone tried to take it away. And all you have to do to claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing deal is click the big button below right now. Then fill in your payment details using a credit card, debit card, or PayPal on the next page, and you'll have complete access to the entire program in just 2 short minutes from right now. Just click the button below right now, pay your severely discounted enrollment fee, go through the program, learn the secrets of making girls chase you in shockingly little time without hitting on her, looking creepy, or doing any real work at all. Experience what it's like to be in control of your dating and sex life. If you're anything like the thousands of other men who have used this program, you're going to be amazed by the change in your life and the change in you once you learn this. How women just look at you differently. How powerful and confident you feel when you know exactly what you're doing. How thrilling it feels when she's the one making moves on you for a change. If you're like most of our customers, you're going to have a hard time wiping that goofy smile off your face or keeping your mouth shut when your friends ask to know what you're doing to pull such hot girls seemingly overnight. Okay, it's time to take action. You might not know it yet, at least not consciously, but you're in an important crossroads in your life right now, and you have 2 very different options, leading to 2 very different lives. One, a lifetime of passion and lust and excitement, where you love your life, you love the women you're dating, and you're proud of the man you've become. The other is just a continuation of the life you have now. So listen closely as I tell you what your 2 options are so you can make the right choice for you. Option 1 is to leave this page without enrolling in the program. I think you already know what that'll feel like because you felt it so many times before. That feeling of hopelessness, feeling yourself getting more and more nervous around women and socially anxious and fed up every single day, wondering why it's so hard for you to meet a quality girl who actually texts you back and doesn't waste your time, or feeling guilty because you don't have anyone to spend Friday night with, because you're not approaching enough women or giving yourself enough opportunities. I know you don't want that. I know you're sick of seeing other guys going out with the girls you like and knowing it could have been you. Sick of pretending it doesn't bother you, saying you don't give a fuck when you really do. Sick of longing to know what it's like to have power and control and choice with women instead of settling for whatever you can get and secretly hating yourself for it. Which is why I want you to take a second here and seriously consider taking option 2. You know, in a lot of ways, option 2 is the easier road because all it takes on your part is deciding you love yourself enough to say yes right now. Simply click the button below, enter your payment information right now before life gets in the way, and claim your spot in the Make Girls Chase You program. Get every single thing I've talked about in this video, and quite a few surprises I haven't even mentioned, but I can't wait for you to see. Learn the simple, tested method that took me from a desperate loser to sleeping with almost any girl I set my eyes on. Learn the secret to making girls chase you that has been kept from you for so long. And remember, with your 60-day guarantee, you're risking absolutely nothing. In fact, all of the risk is completely on me where it belongs. I firmly believe that if I don't get you every result I promised in this video, I simply don't deserve a dime of your hard-earned money. And with your special discount, you're getting 60% off the already ridiculously low one-time price of enrollment. And I can't say this firmly enough, when you pay your discounted enrollment fee today, you lock in your access to the program for life without ever paying another dime. No fine print, no hidden charges. Before we go, just imagine for a moment. Imagine yourself waking up tomorrow with the most beautiful girl you've ever seen lying naked in your arms. Imagine wrapping your arms around her from behind as she gets dressed, catching a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and seeing a king staring back at you. Imagine choosing the lucky woman or women who get to be with you and knowing you will never have to settle again for the rest of your life. And then just click the button below. Let me take the burden. Let me show you the truth. Let me help you finally get the girl and the life you want so much. I personally promise you'll be very happy you did. My name is Andrew Ryan, and I'm incredibly excited for you to experience what happens when you apply the secrets and make girls chase you to your life. I can't wait to hear about your success.
Still here? Still deciding? Okay, let me answer some of the most common questions people have, and hopefully I'll answer your questions as you make your decision now. 1. Will make girls chase you work for me? We get questions like this all the time. Guys say things like, I'm only 5 feet tall and I'm out of shape, so I don't think your method will work for me. Or, I'm 55 years old and going bald. There's no way this can help me sleep with younger women I'm actually interested in. And I'll tell you the same thing I tell those guys. Just try it and see for yourself. Because if you've been relying on superficial things like looks, height, or money for your whole life, you're going to have to try something new now. It's time for you to learn how to attract women without having to rely on those things. That's why guys like make girls chase you so much. Because it doesn't depend on surface level things like your age, your looks, your height, or anything else. Remember, you're going to be tapping into the deepest part of her subconscious that doesn't even recognize things like height and age. Question 2. Will make girls chase you help me get out of the friend zone? Okay, so you might be worried about making a move on a female friend. But guess what? This is called make girls chase you. And when she's the one making the move on you, over time, she might start hitting on you or hinting that the two of you should take things to the next level. And you won't have to do anything risky where you might lose the friendship or creep her out. It'll just become friends with benefits, or she'll become your girlfriend, which I think is what most guys say they want. So, yes, make girls chase you can get you out of the friend zone. It can also help you in other tricky situations, like in school, or a girl at the office, or a girl who might have a boyfriend, situations where you really can't risk hitting on her too directly. Question 3. What if I don't want to pick up girls? I just want one loving, loyal girlfriend. Yes, make girls chase you will help you find one amazing girlfriend to settle down with. And that's a common benefit I think a lot of guys forget about. You know, guys get so excited about getting all these different women to chase them for sex, they forget that one of the greatest reasons for doing that is to have choice and to find that one woman that you feel is perfect for you. And one of the greatest advantages you get from make girls chase you is that now you have the power to choose your perfect girl and make her come to you. You have options to choose from, so you never have to settle for a bad relationship or an unattractive girl who isn't totally the one for you. 4. How is make girls chase you different from other dating techniques out there? Okay, so the real thing that makes this so groundbreaking and unique compared to anything else you might have seen out there is that this is the only system that doesn't require you to go out and approach a girl, demonstrate your value, do all this work to win her over. This is all about getting her to do the work to win you over. So you don't have to change a whole lot about your personality and try to be someone you're not. It's based on female psychology, and it works on her subconscious mind in a deep, primal, emotional sense to trigger the natural desire to chase you and compete for you that exists in every woman. Just picture a girl you want to sleep with, or make her your girlfriend, or both. Picture her in your mind right now. Make Girls Chase You is going to teach you exactly what to say and what to do in a totally innocent way to get her to start chasing you and getting horny for you. And from that point on, you have the power to decide where you want to take it next. 5. Can I trust your guarantee? That's a good question. And yes, you absolutely can trust my guarantee. And that's because the guarantee is not backed by me personally. It's backed by my payment processor, ClickBank. ClickBank has their own dedicated support center that handles everything. So you get to download Make Girls Chase You right now, try it out for a full 60 days, and if you're not happy, just send an email or call us toll free, and you can get all of your money back, and you don't even owe anyone an explanation. Can you start to see how there's literally no risk to you? The only person taking any risk here is me, not you. Because honestly, you could just buy the program, get the manual and the $388 worth of bonus material, and then immediately ask for a refund. And I'm sure there are some trashy low-life people who will do that and basically end up stealing from me, even after they get all the benefits I guarantee you'll receive. But I'm willing to bet you're not that type of guy. In my experience, the percentage of people who take advantage of me like that is so small, I don't even notice. My only focus is getting amazing results and changing guys' lives for the better. So, yes, you can trust my guarantee, 100%. 6. Who should not get Make Girls Chase You? Okay, guys should not get this if they would use it to hurt women or abuse them in any way, physically or emotionally. Those guys should not get Make Girls Chase You. I have a strict zero tolerance policy on toxic behavior towards women, and it is very rare, but whenever I find out someone violated that policy, I quickly ban them from the program and instantly refund their money. I don't want them around. My policy is to expect the best out of people, and I expect that you will use Make Girls Chase You to bring women incredible pleasure and show them experiences with a man they never had before, to give them the excitement and passion and romance and masculine energy that they've been missing out on, and let them live out their wildest fantasies with you. And I'm very confident the overwhelming majority of guys who use my products are good men who only have the best intentions towards women. 7. How fast will I get results? Okay, well, that really depends on how fast you put the techniques to work for you. You're going to get out of this exactly what you put into it. So if all you do is read the material and forget about it, you can't expect much, right? But if you're ready to take this method and start using it right now, as soon as you click the button below and complete your order, then you can expect to start seeing results in as little as 1 to 2 hours from now. It's honestly, as soon as you start talking to women, this will work. And I'm not going to promise you that you're going to be sleeping with supermodels overnight, but I know for a fact Make Girls Chase You will get you results the second you put it to work for you. And the more you use it, the more you master the techniques and get comfortable using them, the more confident you're going to feel. And that's only going to help you get better with women even faster and faster, especially once you're having sex with really gorgeous women on a regular basis. That's going to change you at a core level as a man. It's going to transform you into the most confident, powerful version of yourself that I know you've always wanted to be. That's what Make Girls Chase You has done for me and for every other guy who's tried it. And I know that's how it'll be for you too when you start putting this to work in your life. You'll get out of it exactly what you put into it. Question 8. Is my credit card information safe? What'll show up on my bill? Another good question. Like I said earlier, it's not going to be me or my company that's charging your card. It's going to be my payment processor, ClickBank. So that's what's going to show up on your bill. So you can feel good knowing that their billing is very discreet. ClickBank has had millions of customers over the years because they know what they're doing. It's a high-quality business with a stellar reputation, and you can see on the checkout page that they've been verified and approved by the same security companies that verify Amazon.com and Apple.com, who handle billions of transactions every year. So it doesn't get any more secure than that. So, yes, your personal information is guaranteed to be safe and secure. They use military-grade encryption, so there's no way your information could be intercepted by a third party. In fact, it's actually much safer than buying something in person at the store because there's no employee handling your card. Just a safe, secure computer system. Safer than a Swiss bank vault. You just enter your information on the checkout page and everything is taken care of for you. Okay, so there you go. Those are the most common questions I get asked about Make Girls Chase You. I hope I answered your question here, but if you're still here, wondering if this is right for you, there's only one way to find out. Click the button below to complete your order. You can download the program at your convenience, take as much time as you need to review the material, try it out, and decide if it's right for you. And if it's not for you, then no problem. It's better that you find out now instead of wondering what if for the rest of your life. That's why Make Girls Chase You has such an unconditional guarantee, so you have nothing to worry about. And for this price you're getting today, this is an insane amount of value here. To gain the power to make any woman you like start chasing you for sex, so you can date as many women as you have time for and settle down with the best girl when the time is right for you. It's that simple and that easy. All you have to do is click the button below to complete your order and get started now.